that's not gonna change just because there are a few patches, right? I mean, the new stuttering here is really unfortunate, though, I must say. Yeah, that's something which might have to do with the NVIDIA driver, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fix that soon, but... Wait, we are back at... Oh, I completely remember this area now. This is where we progress further. Here you have the rotational element. Yeah. Okay, now I know where we are. So this is basically a loop. So we don't want to go here. Yeah, but still, you know, it's just something I think you have to keep in mind when you, you know, talk online, because there are people with emotions and feelings behind them, behind the words and products you see, right? Some are full of shit, some are honest people. And if I can say anything about these devs from their interaction post-launch with the game, is that they care about this fucking game. They care, right? They really, really care. I'm pretty sure every person, not every, but most of the people on the team did their absolute best and are still trying their absolute best to make this the most fun and enjoyable experience for us. I really think that. That's just my impression. I'm not in the, you know, I'm not in their office. I'm not talking to them. I have no insight, you know. But I still, from what I can tell, I just think this game is one of the best examples of post-launch support I've ever witnessed. And I think it's so disrespectful to shit on people by saying, they're just doing it because the game was unfinished. No, it's not. It's not a sign of an unfinished game, you fucking moron. It's just a sign of devs caring, right? Every game has something you can patch. It's not like they're patching, oh, fix the issue where you can finally attack or something. Oh, fix the issue where you don't fall through the ground every 3 meters or something, right? It's not something like that. They're actually patching small, little details. So yeah, it's just, and the performance, I'm really sorry. If you have a shit PC and max this game out, of course it's gonna run like ass, because it looks like a next-gen game, right? It looks, and it technically is a next-gen game. And if you have a 1060 and you want to max it out, of course it's not gonna run. It's like if you're gonna play Alan Wake 2, I don't know how the performance exactly is, but if you're gonna play Alan Wake 2 with path tracing on an old GPU, of course it's gonna run like ass. By the way, the game looks amazing with rasterized lighting too, so just don't use path tracing if you don't have the overhead. Actually, I think the biggest difference is in the shadows, but yeah. So I still think that, I don't know what the fuck we're doing up here, by the way. This looks like something you could actually, you know, push or something. Yeah, and you know, I'm a really harsh critic of games, right? I usually shit on games if they're bad. Just because I don't shit on the people, I shit on the game, right? Because I really, really dislike some, you know, sections of games which are not well made and blah, blah, blah. And I just don't like bad design, right? I'm really a person that doesn't like that. So if I talk so positively about this, it's because it really is something positive in my opinion, right? It's something I should really highlight as very, very positive. I mean, it's very rare that I see something like that, right? For indie devs, it's very common actually. So for smaller teams, very common that they work and, you know, push patches quickly. I mean, bigger teams usually don't do that, and there is also a reason why this is mostly on PC, right? I think on console it's very difficult to push big updates because you have to go through Sony's and Microsoft's, you know, controlling mechanism, whatever, and testing. So they might be automated, but still they have to be done. And you know, it's something where you can't push it as fast. But I still think it's very, very remarkable and very something you should be positive about. And I know that not everybody shits on that, right? Most people probably don't. But just for those who shit on it, I really think it's something you shouldn't do. You just shouldn't do it, basically. Whenever you see people putting in effort and caring about something, and you probably didn't even play the game, right? Most of the people who shit on something either are ass at the game, at any game in that moment. I mean, no, not any game. You know, if they shit on a good game for the wrong reasons, usually it's user error, right? If they shit on it for the good reasons, their personal good reasons, it's perfectly fine, right? You can say, I don't like X, Y, Z. I'm shit at it, and I didn't understand the mechanic, but I don't want to learn it. I think the game does a bad job of teaching me it, so I'm never gonna learn it, or I'm not the type of player for that. Whatever. Okay, no problem. But if you say, oh, the game is shit, blah blah blah, because of XYZ, and it's not shit because of XYZ, it's because of something different, I just think it's, you know, it's dumb, right? It's just dumb, and I still can't believe that there's nothing up there, right? Sorry for walking in circles while ranting a bit, but yeah, I just don't know, man. And then you can get your Starfield release, right? This game is like 10 million times more finished than Starfield. And no, you know, not joking, not even saying that in a joking way, right? No cap. It's just actually 10,000 times more finished than Starfield. Yeah, so it's what I played on release, right? When I played Starfield, it was just absolutely unacceptable for me personally, right? It was not unplayable by any means, but it was actually so close to being not fun for all the wrong reasons that I really thought, like, why the fuck would I do that, right? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go into Umbral, and the reason for that is because I really feel we are missing out on something here. Yeah, I really feel like there's something in here. There's something in here that we missed. Yeah, like I said, I'm tired today, so when I'm tired, I'm maybe a bit more emotionally engaged into topics which I usually respectfully ignore. You know, I'm pretty good at ignoring stupidity because it's just it's so common, right? Like, let's be real. Most of the things you're gonna read online are, and the majority of things you're gonna read online are probably gonna be kind of stupid, which is okay, right? It's stupidity is nothing you're you know, you're in charge of, right? I'm a strong believer in determinism and also this ability to select your own genes and, you know, your own genetic dispositions and everything. So you're not in charge of your intelligence, right? Born dumb, not your fault, right? Nothing you should be ashamed of, nothing anybody should make fun of, right? So I know why these things exist, and I'm very tolerant towards them. So usually I don't really, you know, care too much, but in this case, kind of, you know, I feel like people who should know better are shitting on the game, and yeah, I don't like that. You can shit on the game for the bosses, for example. They look kind of okayish, but they're, I mean, animation-wise, they're very far away from Souls bosses, but they are really boring, right? They're not really challenging, they're not very engaging, and that's something you can shit on if you want to, no problem. But I don't like if you shit on the fun, you know, great creative design, because what ends up happening at the end, if you shit too much on these things for the wrong reasons, the devs are gonna get the wrong impression, right? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, I did X, Y, Z wrong, everybody hated it, I'm gonna change it. In reality, that wasn't even the issue, right? Maybe the issue was how you especially that's something I saw with Sekiro. When Sekiro came out, so many people, including, you know, streamers I watched for a long time and still am watching this day, to this day, which are veterans of the Soul genre and whatever, they played it so atrociously wrong, right? I mean, can you play a game wrong? I mean, yeah, sure, you can play a game wrong. It's like, you know, it's like not solving the equation for the right reason, right? 1 + 1 is 2, but you might not even understand why it's 2. You just say 2, and if you try long enough, it's going to be correct. And some people just play games like that, and that's fine. But the moment they start to not enjoy themselves, it's the first thing where I think like, okay, that's kind of, I don't know, okay, that's okay, but then they start to bash the game while they're playing it completely wrong. I'm sorry, but then you're the problem, right? That's like the guy who couldn't complete the Cuphead tutorial meme. If he said like, oh, the game's so bad, oh no, oh, it's such a bad game, who would give a shit, right? That's why I always say, look at the gameplay, look at what the people are doing, and yes, you might not be able to analyze the game to a degree where you can actually tell if the person is actually too dumb to play the game, but I can assure you, if something looks cool to you, even though other people don't like it, just try it, right? I would have missed this game if I really gave, you know, if I looked at the mixed opinions and everything. There are not a lot of people that talk extremely positive about the game, right? So there are a lot of people who really shit on the game, and I would not have tried it, right? I would probably have said, "Yep, I'm gonna pass this one," right? Looks cool to me, but I trust the opinion of others, and spoiler, I do not. I usually trust my opinion a lot, and then I take a lot of other opinions and try to find out if I can somehow find a middle ground between my opinion and the other opinions to really form a new opinion, right? The final enhanced opinion. And yeah, in this case, I really was very, very negatively biased towards the game via other opinions. But I just thought it looked like something I want to try, right? It kind of looked fun. But everybody was saying, not everybody, a lot of people said it was not fun. So I was like, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people find it a good game, right? It's not a bad game, by the way. A lot of people agree that it's probably a good game, right? But it's still super, super annoying when you want to, you know, enjoy a game and you want to play it, and you're like, already you come into the game expecting shit, right? People don't like it. I don't know what they did there. I think it's probably the new Nvidia update. It might also be, and that's maybe an unfortunate side effect, it looks very much like shader compilation stuttering, because it occurs as soon as you enter new areas, new effects appear and whatever. Yeah, but the thing is, it might also be an unfortunate thing that happens when you update your GPU drivers and you don't experience the game in the order the devs intended. Because what you're doing basically when you're fast traveling is you're streaming a lot of assets at the same time, which you might have explored more gradually at the first time, right? So I don't know if this is actually... I'm pretty... Oh, sorry, I didn't want to attack him. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be patched, hopefully, very soon, but it's something that wasn't in the game before, and I would think it is probably related to my GPU driver update. Yeah, so hard to tell who exactly is to blame for this. But is it unplayable? No, because the shader compilation stuttering is not going to occur again, and it just makes new areas a bit more annoying to explore. I mean, and you might say, but new, weren't you here before? Yeah, that's the unfortunate downside. Shader compilation has to be redone for every driver update. Yeah, every new GPU and driver constellation has to redo the entire compilation, which is the reason, by the way, why game devs only pre-compile shaders for consoles, because the driver and GPU constellation, well, GPU is always the same, easy clap already, already so much easier, and then the driver is usually also very predictable which version it will be. So yeah, shader compilation not an issue on consoles because it can easily be resolved, but on the very, very complex hardware landscape from PC gaming to mobile, Steam Deck, whatever devices, it's very, very difficult on PC to do it without a local shader compilation step, which you should always do as a dev, right? There's no excuse for omitting the shader compilation step, in my opinion. Yeah, shader compilation definitely one of the most important steps to undertake, prevent atrocious stuttering in your games. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is a new thing. We're gonna upgrade the other spear. I just don't know. I just don't know if we got it from an enemy or not. Yeah, that's something I don't know. Could they have different amount of runes too? Yeah, very interesting. So did the Skin Stealer Spear drop from an enemy, or did it drop? I mean, would I even want to swap out 2 of our spears, right? I like that it has good scaling, first of all. What makes this spear better than the one I currently have? By the way, we should look at all the items now, which is unfortunate, of course, because we already have them, but just in the interest of seeing the new stuff we actually got, we should all go through our entire inventory once and look at everything, which you won't have to do if we start the game from scratch, obviously. But so where are our items? Marco's axe, pure blade mace, scale breaker, Russian gaze, blacksmith's bride, Renity shield. Okay, yeah, we're just doing this to get rid of the entirety of the moles. Okay, we have these 2 here. Which one of those would I want to get rid of? Probably the +6 one. It does significantly less damage, but it has better scaling, right? That's so dumb, kinda. But it's so much worse, which is kind of weird because this one's still less heavy, right? It's crazy how much better it is. I mean, sure, it's +2 on top of it, but +7 would be 278. It just doesn't make sense, right? I mean, in the long term, this one's gonna get better for sure, so... Yeah, I just don't know which one I want to keep, to be honest. But at the moment, obviously this one. What we're gonna do is we're gonna swap out this one here for this one. And just because it has elemental effects on it, right? And we're also going to put it on our offhand. It should be quite the same length. Yeah, I think they're kind of samey. Let's see what stats it has, because it might actually be more interesting as main weapon. Yeah, I'm just going to do it because we didn't get a lot of spears. Would I want to have double these spears? I don't think so, because I think that a lot of enemies are also physical weak, so I think that's pretty good. Yeah, why not? Let's just go with the spear here. Sorry. God, I'm so tired today. Insufficient materials, really? Right, so we could only get it to +6, which is, I think, in line with the other one, but I'm just gonna check. Yeah. So how much does it have at the moment? It has roughly 2 more. I kind of get the feeling that the ratings or the scalings aren't as important. Because if you look at that, it has D+ scaling on strength, and it almost scales exactly. Well, you have fire here. Okay, that's true. And percentage-wise, 140, 250. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to tell if this is actually better or not. But I really like it, just to try it out, right? This is try it out. Fire damage, yeah, that's what man, it's so sad that they don't have the description option from Souls games, that you can look at all the stats here, because, you know, whenever you see this, you're like, yeah, what does it do exactly? And, yeah, for example, there's 100 on fire up there, I think, right? But we are still light. Oh, right, we're leveling our HP. That makes sense, kinda. Is it longer? Kind of looks like you're holding it in a way which might make it longer. But if you think about it, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave the other one on the main hand because we have a lot more damage on this one. But yeah, hard to tell. Upgrade Synchronerics. What they really should add is rebindable controls. Maybe they did. I always checked, but this time I forgot. Because they patch so much. I don't read the patch notes every day. Yeah, I don't think they did yet, but they should probably add that rather sooner than later, in my opinion. Yeah, I think you're gonna see this, right? Yeah. Should still buy 2 seeds.
Chosen bearer of the lamp, like you I serve.
Wither damage and wither defense. Okay, this all is quote-unquote new because of the patch, but yeah, let's just buy 2 of them. Should we use a quick? They also don't have the quick items from other Souls games. It would have been a nice touch, not gonna lie. I really would have appreciated the quick slot item, because like that we could, for example, socket the getaway moth or whatever you call it. Yeah, so I think what we're gonna do now is what I said before, is basically go into the inventory. Oh, we got new ones. Light attacks deal bonus damage, but only deal wither damage. That's super interesting. That's so interesting. I don't know if that's good, right? Because what it basically means, you have to attack with your heavy attack too. So you do more damage, but you need, and they can even regain the HP. So the damage bonus should be significant for this to be worth it. Wait, how can this one be new? Yeah, that's not so great. Soul Flay Sun Duration. No, I think we're fine. What I'm most interested in is the all screen here. I mean, if we even can see if something's new here. Yeah. Lump Hammer. Wait, it's actually a weapon? No, it's ammunition. Oh, you can throw them and stagger them. Okay. Yeah, the entire throwing ecosystem and casting ecosystem, I can't talk about it. The game might be an actual shit game when it comes to casting, so my opinion there is I have no idea. Could be great, could be shit. Also, when it comes to PvP, didn't do PvP yet. I know now it has PvP because a lot of people in the thread said, yeah, but I want my heavy attack, blah, blah, because they didn't understand it. I actually want to be able to do both. Okay, so we have maps here. We have right. We didn't socket it. I must forgot about that. Okay, that's great. These are the tutorials. They didn't mark those as new, which is kind of nice. 3,200. And I still think the game enables farming in low-level areas really well, because the higher level areas don't really give much more vigor, which is actually totally fine in my opinion. That's pretty okay. Noble Woman leggings. Okay. Noble woman dress. I mean, let's be real, it probably doesn't look that great, right? I mean, it's better in every regard. Just saying, but I think it looked pretty bad when I looked at it last time. I mean, you know, it's not terrible. Not terrible. We should still go socket, but let's go out of Umbral first. Yeah, Alan Wake 2. Are we gonna play Alan Wake 2? I mean, I really like Remedy's games. I like, well, not all of them actually. I like Control especially, right? Quantum Break was not so much something I was interested in, but I didn't play it, so I don't know if I really like it or not. Wait, can we actually make this look kind of good by changing the tint? Wait, this actually looks even more so like Millennia, right? We're just missing the cape. But I kind of really like the other one we have, and also this is going to put us on medium, so I like this one more. It also it kind of gives us the cape. But I really like the tint idea, right? The tints are, in my opinion, smart, and offer a lot of opportunities to make better looking armor, because you know, color-wise alignment is very important, way more so than any other component actually. If you have fitting colors, almost everything goes, you know, well together. And if you have non-fitting colors, it can look really bad. So that's a really cool solution to that other games also have found, by the way, but Souls games so far have omitted. I must really say, yeah, I really like the screen here too. I mean, if I had the choice, I would instantly go for 4K OLED, 2040 hertz. Instantly, but that's gonna have to wait until they're actually out. And actually out in a good way, right? Because I'm not gonna buy a WOLED. That's just not gonna happen. I don't like the subpixel layout at all. Unless Windows starts supporting it, but I find that highly doubtful. Okay, we're gonna buy the rune and then we're good to go. Socket runes. Wait, can we remove this one from this one? Yeah, unequip. We want to have the full choice here. Oh, star 2 times. Gain health upon killing an enemy. I mean, we don't have a choice, right? Oh, that's cool. That sounds cool. HP regeneration. I mean, a little bit, you know. I mean, it's not the other dual wielding damage bonus we had here. Wait, where was it? Yeah, I still think they should definitely show the stat screen there, and also the changes, because it's really I hate not being. Also the rings, right? The rings should be clear. Yes, I found out it's a 0.1 multiplier increase in the top right. We are not a 0 point something, and it's not even a 0.1. It is a percentage base, 10%. Why do I know that? Because when you reach Umbral 1.2, you're at 1.21, I think. So it is percentage based, and yeah. It basically changes dynamically based on how much you have, so 10% more flat. The thing is, fucking write it here, right? Tell me the fucking stats. Tell me what this does. Because all this obfuscation just basically makes it harder to make informed decisions. We don't want to go and test everything, right, as players? I don't think we should be also expected to do that, right? Nobody should go to us and be like, hey, if you want to know what it does, just try it out, right? Just try it out is so dumb, because it's going to waste so much time, and most people are not going to care, and they're going to have suboptimal builds, and they're going to be like, game shit, I don't do damage. You know, and I really don't like that. So please, devs, be as open, as transparent as you can with stuff where it doesn't really matter.